Did you know that the muscle loss you are fighting right now might be happening while you sleep, and you have no idea it is occurring? Recent research reveals that after the age of 60, your body silently breaks down muscle tissue every single night, and most of the damage happens during the deepest hours of rest. Ever wondered why your legs feel weaker in the morning, even when you did everything right the day before? I am a physician who specializes in healthy aging, and in this video I am going to walk you through the exact bedtime routine that has helped hundreds of my senior patients rebuild strength, recover faster, and sleep deeper, all by adding one simple fruit to their evening ritual. Stay with me, because the #1 answer surprised even me when I first saw the research. If you have ever woken up feeling weaker than when you went to bed, comment below with the word "wake up" and tell me your age. I will be replying to each one personally. Here is what most people do not understand about aging and muscle tissue. We naturally begin losing muscle mass at a rate of 3 to 8% every decade after the age of 30. Once we cross 60, that slope becomes much steeper. Some research suggests that nearly 1 in 3 adults over age 60 suffers from a condition called sarcopenia. Sarcopenia is simply the medical word for the gradual loss of muscle strength and mass that comes with age. Think of it like a savings account that quietly drains while you are not watching. Your muscles are that account, and every night without the right nutrition, your body withdraws a little more than it should. Many seniors notice this first as difficulty standing up from a chair. Others notice they cannot carry groceries the way they used to. These are signs your muscles are starving overnight, and the recovery window during sleep is being wasted. The science behind overnight muscle loss is pretty simple once I break it down. During deep sleep, your body enters a state called muscle protein breakdown. This is normal. Your body does this to repair and rebuild tissue. Some evidence suggests that when you go to bed without the right fuel, your body has no new amino acids coming in, so it pulls what it needs from your existing muscle stores. Over months and years, that means you wake up smaller, weaker, and closer to losing your independence. But here is the shocking part most seniors never hear about. The right bedtime food can flip this entire process around. Instead of breaking muscle down, your body can build muscle up while you rest. This is supported by real peer-reviewed research, and I am going to walk you through every piece of it before this video ends. Let me tell you about a patient named Margaret, 71 years old. Her main concern was that her legs had grown noticeably thinner over the past year, and she felt unsteady climbing the stairs in her own home. Her initial problem was nighttime leg cramps that woke her up 3 or 4 nights each week. As the months passed, she slept less, ate less at dinner, and her strength failed her. She tried heating pads, stretching, magnesium tablets, and even prescription sleep aids. None solved the root issue. The emotional toll was the worst part. She told me she was afraid of falling and becoming a burden. When we discussed her evening nutrition, Margaret was skeptical at first. She had spent decades believing that eating after dinner was unhealthy. Within 2 weeks of adding a simple bedtime fruit ritual, her sleep improved, her leg cramps dropped to less than once per week, and within a month she climbed her stairs without holding the railing. Margaret is now 73 and walks 2 miles every morning. If you have ever struggled with nighttime leg cramps, comment cramps below and let me know your age as well. Let me tell you about Harold, 68 years old, who came to my clinic with a different concern. He had been an active cyclist his entire life, but in the last 2 years his endurance had dropped sharply. The problem was not his heart or lungs. His doctor had checked both. The problem was in his muscles. He had lost nearly 9 pounds of lean mass, and his strength had fallen by almost 30%. He tried increasing his daytime protein and drinking more protein shakes. Some of this helped, but his progress stalled. When we reviewed his sleep patterns, the picture became clear. Harold was waking up 4 or 5 times per night because his body was hungry for fuel. The discovery came when he agreed to try eating a specific fruit with a slow-digesting protein about 90 minutes before bed. Within 6 weeks, his sleep efficiency improved, and his leg strength on the cycling machine increased by nearly 20%. Harold told me he felt like he had been given back a piece of his younger self. Let me tell you about Dorothy, 82 years old, whose story has stayed with me for years. Dorothy was living independently until she fell in her kitchen and broke her hip. Her physical therapist flagged significant sarcopenia during recovery. Her problem was that her appetite had dropped, and she stopped eating dinner because she feared gaining weight. Her deterioration happened quickly. She lost muscle, balance, and confidence. Her daughter moved her into a smaller apartment, and Dorothy quietly began to feel her independence slipping away. When a family member brought her to see me, she weighed 40 pounds less than her healthy weight. The discovery for Dorothy was that one small bedtime ritual could anchor her entire day's nutrition. Her transformation came over 4 months. She gained back muscle, her balance scores improved by 35%, and she returned to living fully on her own. Now, this is important. Dorothy is now 85 and traveling to see her grandchildren alone each summer. Before I reveal the actual fruits that can save your muscle while you sleep, I need to walk you through what most seniors are doing that makes the problem worse. These 5 common evening mistakes are silently destroying muscle, sabotaging sleep, and stealing strength. Number 1, what they don't tell you. Eating a large, heavy dinner right before bed pushes your digestive system into overdrive while your body is trying to recover. Here is what happens when you eat a heavy meal within 2 hours of sleep. Your body diverts blood flow to your stomach instead of your muscles. Your sleep becomes shallow and fragmented. But here is the shocking part most seniors do not realize. A late heavy dinner can increase nighttime cortisol, and cortisol directly breaks down muscle tissue. Supporting research from clinical sleep studies suggests late heavy meals reduce growth hormone release during deep sleep. Growth hormone is the master repair signal your muscles depend on at night. The hidden disaster most people miss is that going to bed full also worsens acid reflux, which itself disrupts the deep sleep stages where muscle repair peaks. Most seniors I see do not realize their big dinners are the reason they feel groggy and weak in the morning. Number 2, drinking alcohol in the evening. Many seniors enjoy a nightly glass of wine thinking it helps them relax. Here is what happens when you consume alcohol within 3 hours of bed. Alcohol blocks REM sleep, the deep dream stage where your body most actively repairs muscle. Alcohol also interferes with hormone production that supports overnight recovery, but here is the hidden danger nobody talks about. Even moderate evening alcohol use increases urinary losses of magnesium and zinc, 2 minerals your muscles absolutely need. Studies on older adults show that just 1 small glass of wine at night can reduce sleep quality by significant amounts. The next one will surprise you. The muscle loss from this habit compounds silently over years, and most seniors never connect their evening drink to their morning weakness. Number 3, the late-night coffee or tea habit. Many seniors believe a warm cup is harmless. Here is what happens when caffeine is in your system at bedtime. Caffeine blocks adenosine, the natural sleep signal your brain produces. Without quality sleep, your muscles cannot enter the repair cycles they need. The half-life of caffeine in older adults is even longer than in younger adults, meaning an afternoon cup can disrupt deep sleep for 8 hours or more. But here is the shocking part most seniors never hear. Caffeine also increases cortisol when consumed too late in the day, and elevated cortisol at night is one of the fastest paths to muscle loss. Supporting research confirms that seniors who eliminate late caffeine consistently report stronger morning muscle recovery. Most seniors don't know that their evening cup is one of the leading reasons they wake up sore and weak. Number 4, eating sugary snacks right before bed. A bowl of ice cream, cookies, or sweetened cereal before sleep is a quiet disaster. Here is what happens when sugar floods your bloodstream late at night. Your insulin spikes, your sleep becomes light and fragmented, and your body stores fat instead of repairing muscle. But here is what most people do not realize. Sugar competes with the absorption of muscle-building amino acids. So even if you ate protein at dinner, the late sugar can undo that work. A supporting meta-analysis on elderly diet found that higher fruit and vegetable intake is linked to lower sarcopenia risk. The hidden danger is that sugary bedtime snacks feel comforting, but every night of this habit costs your muscles measurable recovery. Years of nightly sugar add up to a real loss of muscle, the kind that puts a senior at high risk for falls. Number 5, going to bed completely dehydrated. Most seniors do not realize that thirst signals weaken with age, and going to bed even slightly dehydrated damages muscle recovery. Here is what happens when you do not hydrate before sleep. Your muscles lose their internal water content. Muscle tissue is nearly 75% water. Without proper hydration, muscle protein synthesis slows and cramping increases. Research on older adults confirms that even mild dehydration impairs strength recovery. The hidden danger is that many seniors stop drinking water in the evening because they do not want to wake for the bathroom. But the price of that habit is a measurable loss in overnight repair. Before I reveal the number 1 fruit, which of these mistakes surprised you most? Comment below with the number 1 to 5. I am reading every reply. Now we arrive at the part you have been waiting for. Stay with me because this is where everything changes. I am going to count down 5 specific bedtime foods ranked from lowest to highest impact based on the published research. Each one builds on the previous, and the final one is the most powerful option I have ever seen for muscle recovery during sleep. Number 5, the banana. Bananas are one of the most underrated evening fruits for seniors. Here is what happens when you eat a small banana about an hour before bed. Your body receives a steady release of natural sugars that fuel overnight muscle repair without spiking blood sugar. Bananas contain tryptophan, an amino acid that converts into serotonin and then melatonin. Both help you fall asleep faster. Bananas also provide roughly 12% of your daily potassium and 8% of your daily magnesium. Magnesium is a natural muscle relaxer, and potassium prevents the nighttime cramps that wake so many seniors. Studies on elderly populations suggest magnesium supplementation improves both subjective and objective measures of insomnia. The traditional use of bananas for recovery goes back generations. Practical application: eat 1 small to medium banana roughly 60 minutes before bed. Pair it with a small handful of almonds for added magnesium. What to expect? Easier sleep within 3 nights, fewer leg cramps within 2 weeks, and steady improvement in morning strength within 4 weeks. Number 4, the kiwi fruit. Here is what happens when you eat 2 kiwi fruits about 1 hour before bed. The serotonin and melatonin precursors in kiwi send calm signals through your nervous system and prime your body for deep sleep. Kiwis are rich in vitamin C, vitamin E, and folate, all of which support overnight cellular repair. A study from Taipei Medical University in 2011 followed 24 adults with self-reported sleep problems over 4 weeks of eating 2 kiwis before bed. The result was a significant improvement in sleep onset, sleep duration, and sleep quality. But here is the mechanism most people miss. Kiwi also improves the gut microbiome. A healthier gut means better absorption of muscle-building nutrients the next day. Traditional Chinese medicine has recommended kiwi for digestive wellness for centuries. Practical application: eat 2 whole fresh kiwi fruits about 60 minutes before bed. Slice them for easier digestion if you have dental concerns. What to expect? Better sleep within 1 week, more vivid dreams signaling deep REM, and improved morning energy within 4 weeks. Number 3, wild salmon and slow casein protein. This step gives your muscles a steady overnight fuel supply. Here is what happens when you eat a small portion of canned wild salmon or a slow digesting protein about 90 minutes before bed. You deliver roughly 20 grams of protein and a powerful dose of omega-3 fatty acids directly into your overnight recovery window. The omega-3 fats reduce inflammation in your muscles, allowing deeper repair. A 2017 study, published by Ku and colleagues, found that protein ingested before sleep was properly digested and absorbed throughout the night. A separate study by Snyders and colleagues showed that older men who consumed 40 grams of casein before sleep had a measurable increase in overnight muscle protein synthesis. The traditional use of evening fish broths across Mediterranean and Asian cultures confirms generations of experience with this approach. Practical application: Eat 3 to 4 ounces of canned wild salmon about 90 minutes before bed. Pair it with a small piece of fruit. Choose canned wild salmon because it is more affordable and packed with omega-3 that farmed salmon lacks. What to expect: less morning stiffness within 1 week, measurable strength gains within 6 to 8 weeks, and reduced joint inflammation within 3 months. Number 2. The date fruit. Dates are sweet, dense in nutrients, and one of the most powerful fruits in this entire countdown. Here is what happens when you eat 2 to 3 whole dates before bed. Your body receives a steady wave of natural glucose that keeps your muscles from starving overnight. Dates are exceptionally high in potassium, even more than bananas by weight. They contain magnesium, copper, and manganese, all of which support muscle contraction and recovery. Preliminary research suggests that eating dates before bed may improve sleep quality in healthy adults. But here is the shocking part most people don't know. The unique fiber in dates feeds the gut bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids, which themselves help drive overnight muscle repair. Traditional Arab and Middle Eastern cultures have eaten dates as an evening staple for thousands of years. Practical application: eat 2 to 3 whole medjool dates about 45 minutes before bed. Pair them with a small spoonful of natural peanut butter for added protein. What to expect: better sleep within days, more stable morning blood sugar within 2 weeks, and stronger recovery within 4 weeks. Number 1. Tart cherry juice. This is the winner, and the research behind it is overwhelming. Here is what happens when you drink 1 small glass of tart cherry juice about 90 minutes before bed. Your melatonin levels rise naturally, your sleep becomes deeper and longer, and your overnight muscle recovery accelerates. Tart cherries are loaded with anthocyanins, the plant pigments responsible for their red color. These anthocyanins reduce muscle inflammation and soreness. A landmark study from the University of Rochester in 2010 studied older adults with insomnia. Participants who drank tart cherry juice twice a day for 2 weeks slept nearly 90 minutes longer per night. A 2022 study from Chung and colleagues confirmed measurable improvements in both melatonin levels and sleep quality. The muscle recovery benefits are equally strong. Research on athletes and older adults alike shows that tart cherry juice reduces muscle soreness, limits strength loss after exercise, and accelerates full recovery. The mechanism is simple: less inflammation, deeper sleep, more growth hormone. Traditional medicine has long used cherries for sleep and digestion. Practical application: drink 8 ounces of unsweetened tart cherry juice 90 minutes before bed. Montmorency tart cherry is the most studied variety. Always choose unsweetened, since added sugar would undo the benefits. If you take blood pressure medication, speak to your doctor first because cherries can interact with some medications. What to expect: deeper sleep within 3 nights, fewer middle-of-the-night wake-ups within 2 weeks, and noticeable strength recovery within 4 to 6 weeks. Before I reveal the synergy, tell me in the comments which of these surprised you most. Here is what makes this entire routine powerful. The 5 options I just shared do not just work alone. They work together in a multi-layered way. Tart cherry juice opens the door to deeper sleep. The fruit you choose provides the mineral base. Adding a small amount of slow-digesting protein keeps the repair window full all night. 3 practical combinations you can use this week. Breakfast example: add fresh berries like blueberries or raspberries to plain Greek yogurt. Berries are packed with antioxidants that reduce morning inflammation. Lunch example: pair a leafy green salad with citrus fruit like orange or grapefruit segments. The vitamin C dramatically improves the absorption of plant-based iron. Dinner example: finish your evening meal with 2 kiwi fruits and a small handful of walnuts. This combination delivers melatonin, magnesium, healthy fats, and overnight protection for muscle repair all at once. Pairing tart cherry juice with slow protein in the same evening multiplies the recovery effect because both pathways work through sleep at the same time. Now let me share some important safety guidance. Always consult your healthcare provider before changing your evening nutrition if you take blood thinners, since some fruits interact with these medications. If you have diabetes or struggle with blood sugar control, stick to smaller portions like kiwi or a few berries. Those with chronic kidney disease should avoid high potassium fruits like bananas and dates without medical advice. If you suffer from acid reflux, eat your bedtime fruit at least 2 to 3 hours before lying down. Watch for any unusual bloating or allergic reactions. If you take sleep aids or antidepressants, speak to your doctor because some foods naturally raise serotonin and may amplify medication effects. The goal here is to add one fruit at a time so you can clearly see how your body responds. None of this replaces medical care. Always work with your physician, especially if you take daily medications. You now have the knowledge to take control of your muscle health overnight. The issue is real. Your body breaks down muscle tissue every night, but the solution is simple. Tart, cherry juice, kiwi fruit, dates, salmon, and bananas are all powerful bedtime allies backed by real published research. This is in your control, the choice is yours, and you do not have to accept muscle loss or poor sleep as inevitable parts of aging. Thousands of patients like Margaret, Harold, and Dorothy have used these same strategies to rebuild their strength and recover their independence. You can do this too. If this video helped you, share it with someone who needs this information. You might save their life. Comment one of 3 things below. Option 1. Say cherry if you are going to try the Tart cherry juice tonight. Option 2. Say kiwi if kiwi fruit is your starting point. Option 3. Say partner if you are sharing this with someone close to you. Subscribe and hit the bell because next week I am breaking down the single best morning drink for reversing sarcopenia that no one is talking about yet, and you will not want to miss it. Take care of your muscles tonight, and I will see you in the next video.